Falco's like, hey!
This is all just an elaborate show of events.
I am not getting out of this bed until something gets
fucked. I've always wanted to fuck someone in a funeral gown. Well, nor shall you.
Yeah.
Anthony's the best.
So we're going back to the walled city because Alan built that one in a day as well.
Oh god, are you serious?
Well, you remember that one? That was the one where you had with the Triceratops and the swimming race. You might not even remember it.
Yeah, vaguely.
It was very forgettable. This one with the little ziggurat.
No.
I thought you were creating a new slur.
Ziggurat?
Ziggurats?
Oh god.
It's not Jiggy Snipes.
No,
like
it's not.
No, Jiggy Snipes is as close as you actually got. Because we all kind of paused for a second.
Professors getting in trouble for using the word niggardly correctly. Like,
wait, what?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
Give me some context there.
That was a couple years ago. Someone, I think it was a Harvard professor. He was describing a situation where people were being stingy, and he used the word niggardly, the correct English term.
Yeah.
And people wouldn't have it. And they fucking complained that it became a whole thing.
But honestly, did that
like,
professor know? He's like, oh, I get to get away with saying
it wasn't a pun. It was just, it was in the English
objective correct.
No, what I mean is that he knows that it, like, let's say he's mildly racist, and he's like, well, no one can actually call me out on this because it's a real word. But then he's like, but I get to say it, ha ha ha.
No, he has a vocabulary, they don't.
Okay.
And it fucking just became this shitstorm.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Sex!
Way to go, Sex. You're doing it.
You're the hero that Dinosaur Planet needs. Yeah. Landing zone.
We're doing it.
I really want Chucky to come out dead.
So this was the other spot that Alan made, you remember? This little place that we were here for like 20 minutes.
I need a little pan of it. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
this place.
Didn't this have the T-Rexes stomping around?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So like that's what I'm talking about, where all the last areas of the game are just these really small, like, little things, like as opposed to Dark Ice Mines, that's fucking gigantic.
He's the specialist, man.
Mm-hmm. That's why.
All right, can I leave?
For what good it did? If you didn't notice, you're still.
What was the point of it all?
By removing the spell stones.
He's not even looking at Fox like he's just like,
Well, Fox has checked out.
He checked out.
This job has taken 7 hours. That's way too much.
Spirits will the floating lands return?
Seems like we both have our reasons for finding the last of the
You
spirits.
could really.
What's your reasons, Fox?
If every room is a
To get
level,
paid.
So where is it?
if every room is a level, you could really pump up the numbers on the back of a box of mini games.
Yep.
Fucking any beat 'em up becomes the greatest game of all time.
Well, you kind of can't if you actually say the stage number before the level. You know what I mean? Beat 'em ups kind of spoil that before you even get to it.
Round 2 clear. So you have to find more stones.
Yeah, basically. So we have
Kinda.
these little like semi-fun puzzles where you have to move these blocks around.
Yeah, block pushing, always fun.
They're semi-fun.
Yeah,
It's like semi-sweet chocolate chips.
Yeah, okay.
So the weird thing about those puzzles, you see that I pushed it and it didn't hit the wall.
It hits
they
the
stop
icon.
immediately when they hit the icon. Exactly.
What was the Zelda
I
where,
fucked it up actually.
like
Somebody
a
reset
year
that.
before the Zelda came out, Anuma or something gave an interview. He's like, we're striving not to have the same puzzles, like block pushing. Everyone's tired of that shit. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I think
he
it
gave
was
an interview where he was like, we were really trying to change the dynamic of puzzles.
I think it was Skyward Sword,
was talking-
and that was
well,
how you ended
yeah.
up with all the dungeons.
Yeah,
or all the
yeah,
overworlds that are
dungeons,
effectively
yeah. Skyward
dungeons.
Sword is where that
And they
discussion
suck.
first
I
happened.
kind of thought it was Twilight Princess that I read that, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe I know Twilight has a lot of block pushing though.
No, because Twilight was the moment, though, where everyone was like, this was a big, adult, dark Zelda game. We got it. They made it. It's done. We need to change the formula.
Oh, it was my favorite one.
It was
I
good.
liked that one the most.
It was good, but it was like the best.
It was samey, yeah.
But it was the best version of the formula.
Well, guess what?
So
Like,
the question is,
in
do we
case-
just remake
In case
Twilight?
you don't
know?
remember, the way the way Zelda works is kind of the reverse of Sonic, in that people will complain about that Zelda that
Yeah,
came out.
yeah.
And then when the next Zelda comes out, the last one that everyone shat on will be the greatest one. You know what I mean?
Basically.
Like, a lot of people didn't really like Twilight Princess, like, after everyone has already beaten it. I mean, I like Twilight Princess, but when Skyward Sword came out, people were like, oh my god, Twilight Princess was so much better. You didn't say that at the time!
No, exactly.
I mean, not only did Nintendo not back down from Zelda, but like that Toon Link is now super.
He's a character.
everywhere.
I always liked Wind Waker.
Yeah,
even
me
when
too.
Even when they showed it initially, I was like, that's different, but I was like, whatever, I still think it could be cool.
No, there hasn't yet been a Zelda game that I didn't like.
That I hated? No, and I
Yeah.
hated never.
So this is actually like a decent puzzle. You have to pull the blocks out and put them in the, like, make sure all their faces are facing outwards, you know?
Actually, I wound up really disliking Phantom Hourglass.
Oh, okay.
After a certain
Yeah, you know
while.
what?
I was gonna say, are you sure you guys weren't cool on Spirit Tracks?
I was okay on Phantom Hourglass. I loathe Spirit Tracks.
I don't like Spirit Tracks just based on like a lot of what I've seen, and I played maybe like 10 minutes of my friend's copy, and I was like, this is a lot like Phantom Hourglass,
I know-
and that's all I could say about it. And then just after that, like I just always forget that Spirit Tracks even.
I know a lot of
exists.
people like Spirit Tracks better, but I don't know. I think Spirit Tracks is way worse. So there's this little mini maze here, and this maze is actually like kind of fun.
This actually kind of looks like a dungeon.
A little bit.
Like
if,
a
if
thing.
you squint for a little bit,
Why
it's like
does
a mini
almost
dungeon.
everything have to be timed?
Because that's the challenge,
The
right?
urgency.
Exactly.
The urgency of the wafting of Fox's crotch.
So it's like a little mini like challenge thing, and it's
We're
actually
praying to the
actually
gods.
pretty fun. This little labyrinth thing. So just try to remember this little labyrinth thing that's in the sun side of
I'm
this
looking at
area.
the maze.
You're looking at the
Like
what?
the map. The map just it shows you the maze.
No, it doesn't. What are you talking about?
Or are those walls not the lines?
That's above ground.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it's not following anything. Please, flame.
I can see how you thought Seychelles was next to Australia.
That's what my Seychelles friend told me when he told me where it was. So that's what I assumed was the
Yeah.
case.
See, I'm of the opinion that we all make this mistake.
It was
but
wrong.
Unless you are like I'm starting to realize unless we're all 1,000% sure of where anything
don't
is
say
in the
anything.
world.
Don't say anything.
Like
Don't
none
say
of
anything.
us.
Just don't
none
say
of us.
anything.
Yes, there are no redwood trees in California. You fucking idiot.
Why would there be? Said Pat. Not me. Totally not me.
The worst. I think that's the worst it's ever been.
Like, I've spent a whole bunch of my life growing up with people from Seychelles, so I assumed that was the truth when my buddy said that. What can I
buddy.
say?
No, there's
You know, but it was wrong. You
Yeah.
know, but it's just no, don't say anything.
Your buddy knew in the future that you'd be on the internet, and he'd make fun of you that way by giving
They
you
had no
wrong
internet there. How
information.
could they possibly know that?
No, but he knew it'd be a thing. There you go. I noticed that
Just-
the fucking geometry. Oh god, that the geometry and the aesthetic. Just
Just take it.
Shitloads of fire damage.
Just take it on the chin. We got the Sunstone. Sick.
The sun and the moon are super important, you guys.
Okay, so the Sunstone had that cute little maze in front of it. Keep that in mind, because we're gonna get to the moon one, and you're gonna be like, wait, what happened?
The ancients believe that the moon was the first waterbender.
I guess that would be right.
Pulls the fucking tides.
Can't argue that one.
Can't argue that.
Is that a real sentence?
Well, it's a real sentence in fiction. It's not a real
not
sentence
real,
in
I
like
mean,
history,
like-
if that's what you mean.
No, I mean, is
You
that
know
a real,
Avatar's
is that a
fiction,
real
right?
thing from Korra?
No, it's not from Korra.
From Avatar?
It's just from Avatar.
Yeah.
That's a cool set. That makes sense.
Makes sense.
No, yeah, it makes sense.
Tides, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, in case you didn't know, I'm like rewatching Avatar with the missus.
Yeah,
And I
absolutely.
go as we're watching it, and she's getting into it. Like, no, this is just as good. Like, I like this a lot. And I go, I can't wait to watch the movie with you now. Like, I'm excited.
Okay, so me and my girlfriend watched the movie. Well, I hadn't seen it. She'd seen it. I watched it for the first time recently. Boy, I was not ready. That is another level of bad.
Yeah, but like when I watched the movie of Avatar, I'd seen maybe 5 episodes of Avatar,
Right.
And I knew enough that this is like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But I can't wait to watch it with someone that's just watched the show and Korra,
Yeah.
and loves them. and then I can't wait to see the vitriol because like it's gonna be so pure.
It's a complete disaster.
Yeah.
There's nothing redeemable.
No, when I showed my girlfriend the first Star Wars trilogy for the first time, it was satisfying.
Oh yeah, I remember
to
that.
see it built up into like without coaxing, to just see where
to
that
see it
goes,
happen
you know?
naturally. Yeah.
What's going on?
The face
I'm
contorts.
forgetting exactly how you do this one. I thought I had it down, but I guess I don't have it down.
They have the little like markings on the ground to clue you in, right?
Not really.
Well, they're
They're
kind
just
of
like look at them. Really, they're not actually that different each
Aren't
tile.
some textures a little darker than the others? No.
They are, but I don't think
I
it
mean a
means
little
it.
bit, but it's still hard.
Plus, half of them are covered in shadow.
Fuck, I botched it again.
Eh.
I totally don't remember this one.
Fox is just looking at these boxes and just there's this gigantic piece of text below that just says "Why."
Comic Sans.
Yeah, in Comic Sans, no less.
Comic Sans is the best font in the world.
It's the most useful to get your point across, either ironically or unironically.
Especially ironically.
Yeah, especially that.
There we go.
Remember Toby's Good Eats?
How could
Yeah, I remember Toby's Good Eats. That's amazing. Good pull.
How else are you gonna know it's Good Eats?
Well, clearly they know their font, so they know their food. That's just makes sense.
I still wonder who made all these temples and shit.
The dinosaurs.
It's like the moment you
James.
think about that in any mystical story,
Well,
the
stop
whole
thinking
thing
about
falls
it.
apart.
Well, usually there's a race to justify it, but like Crystal didn't come from Soria. Like that's not her home planet as far as I
I'd
remember.
imagine not. Or we at least find a race of other foxes, like a tribe that live here. But I mean, the planet is huge. You're only on a small bit of it. I don't know.
Like, what dollar store spell do you cast to make a door slide open?
I don't know.
Wait, why
Because
did you do that?
Because this is the only way.
Oh,
So you gotta
It just looked like
you gotta
Fox
wait
boxed
around on these
himself out.
tiles because they actually fall through like a Zelda game.
wow! I'm not getting that at all. Well, they're shaking a little bit, but
Yeah.
still, that's
There you go.
dumb.
It's really dumb. So remember that little maze the last one had?
I remember.
Did you
So-
memorize it?
I remember.
So there were two rival level designers or something, because Greg saw Marty's maze and he said,
Ow.
"Fuck, I guess I'll make an invisible maze." And so he made an invisible maze.
Okay, at the meeting, guys, it doesn't get any cheaper than no assets at all.
It's invisible. We could make the whole game like
Who
this.
made this fucking like maze?
So this is a
Predators?
totally invisible maze.
You nailed it though.
Because I know it. Because I was like, what the fuck? I have to remember this maze pattern.
That's terrible.
Just like, what happened?
I want. What happened? I really like Fox to call someone out, call a dinosaur on that shit. They're like, yeah, that was really fun. That was really fun. Yeah, I mean, it was really fun with your fucking invisible maze.
The other maze was way more fun.
Yeah.
That's the problem. If they were both invisible, I'd have less to complain about.
And what the fuck is the aesthetic there? The moon is invisible, so the maze should be.
I don't
The
know.
moon is not invisible. You can see it during the day
It's a metaphor
sometimes.
for James McCloud.
You know, Matt, I was thinking, remember the other day when we, remember years and years ago when,
Yeah, that's different.
when we were thinking about, like, a show that was like, what went wrong, or was it really that bad?
Yeah.
I was just like,
Is that, what's that about? Like teen pregnancy?
Yeah! What happened should be the name of it.
What happened?
You know, where did this franchise go?
Yeah, what went wrong? Why? Or like what happened?
Was it really that bad?
What
You know?
happened? What happened? Charlie's Angels. What happened? VIP starring Pamela Anderson.
Nothing. What happened? The Marine.
What happened? Advent Rising. What happened? Hatred.
Oh, a lot happened.
I would argue nothing happened.
What happened?
Hatred is exactly what it set out to be, and it got exactly the reception it set out to get. I don't know. I think nothing happened.
I
You know
still
what I mean?
highly-
Like,
And then finally the season finale, what happened? What happened?
it really went bad around the Hatred episode. Oh, that's pretty meta. I like that.
Kids, I still highly recommend if you're with a bunch of gamer friends or if there's a setup going, a really good icebreaker is like, when are we busting out the hatred?
Yeah.
It's everyone will give you a look and they'll either think you're a genius or they'll ask you to leave. So if you don't like being at that party, yeah. Yo, I thought this was gonna be a party. Where's the hatred?
It's a total confirm of whether you want to stay at the party.
When's hatred?
Regardless of the answer, you'll know.
Yeah, that's the shirt I should have. You have
When's
Marvel.
hatred?
When's hatred? You know what that used to be? When's thrill kill?
Yeah, I guess
Like that's
so.
as controversial as you could get. When's
Until
Shadow Man?
Until people realized it wasn't very good.
Yeah, but
that took a long time, didn't it?
when Shadow Man? When's Armorine's Project Swarm?
When's Ravenblade?
When's Ravenblade? Ooh, nice one. Oh,
This
I feel
episode on questions nobody ever asked.
I feel like you could do that. Oh, that's really good. When's Ravenblade? When's Faith in a 45?
Fuck you, that.
Ah, I knew it.
Fuck you.
That's the
man.
best one.
God. My chest.
Your chest hurts a little bit.
You could zoom in and see the exact moment.
Willie's heart rips in two. No, the worst part about that, remember, is that we pitched this idea and no publishers no one wanted it.
No one bought in.
And Willie's like, I would have bought in!
You
And
never had a choice.
I would have
kickstart me.
Like, when's, what happened in Final Fight 7 Sons?
Nothing happened.
What happened in Street Fighter Adventures by Udon?
Oh, good one.
So this is one of the. I think this is the second to last Krazoa spirit we're getting right now.
I thought we got all of them.
Nope, we got all the spell stones. That's like when you get all the jewels in Ocarina, but you don't have all the medallions yet.
Okay, but...
Just not as cool and not as good.
Okay.
I think Link should wear all the bling that he's been
Yes.
rescuing
Like-
over the course
Yes,
of
Like,
the
he
game.
like, are you
should.
saying it should be like the picture of Triple H with all the belts around him?
Yes,
It should be
yes.
that. It just he
I
has
want-
every tool.
I want fucking Link with a fucking fierce medallion hanging off his necklace. I want the belts, the straps, the boots, the rings.
In Wind Waker, you have
wouldn't
like
he have-
40 skull necklaces on.
Wouldn't he have the Pegasus boots on over the iron boots?
Exactly.
How does he walk?
Well, there's the
He
hover-
would walk completely normally.
Because they'd be both at the same
And there's the
time.
hover boots on top of it, so he's slipping everywhere.
Tunics on top of tunics. Mixing and
He
matching the
just needs
colors.
the magic armor is what he needs. That's the one that's good
I
enough.
can survive forever on fire underwater.
So the test of knowledge is just like
Is it fighting?
it's literally take items and place them at their spot in the game where they came from. So this the conch thing goes at
Wait,
the
hold on.
temple.
What's that sound?
Sex noises.
It reminds
Because
me
I
of-
heard fucking Test's entrance theme in WWE. Test, this is a test.
Test, yeah.
Probably exactly what you heard.
So I got really deep into the hole the
Horse
other
porn.
day. I got really deep into the WWE channel where they just have debuts, right?
You mean the
Right.
WWE channel, the
the
YouTube channel?
YouTube channel.
Yeah, they
'Cause
got
I
some
love
stuff.
watching debuts because it's usually really.
Oh, you
high.
mean like when Guy shows up for first time?
Yes,
Yeah, those
I-
are cool.
like-
Because they have to blow them up.
At
yeah.
least once a year, I watch the Jericho debut. It's the one of the
It's
most
fucking
powerful,
solid.
amazing moments.
You mean like
exactly.
his initial one in WWE?
Yeah, like I love
Against The
watching
Rock?
that shit. And exactly where the Rock, he has the rivalry with The Rock, exactly. And I forgot because it's been so long. I was like, what the fuck was Triple H's music before Motorhead?
Yeah, I know.
And it was like it was similar but not the same thing.
Was it?
And it was like wah 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 wah. Yeah, that. And I had to go look that up. And I was trying to test myself to remember, and I couldn't remember it.
Now,
And then I was like, oh, wasn't Test like You Think You Know Me? And it's like, no, wait, that was Edge.
yeah. There's this really narrow band of time where, like, we remember when X-Pac stopped being with DX, and he got his own music was X-Pac,
Yeah.
and it was like this X-Pac.
It's not
centric
DX,
thing.
but it
wasn't
sounded like
DX.
it, yeah.
Look, he's got the pink eye again.
Did it.
Yeah.
It's not evident, by the way, but it's like borderline impossible to finish that challenge on your first try or two, because you will never be able to identify them in time
Right.
within the minute 20 or whatever.
Yes.
We do it.
No, you're right, Fox.
No.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna miss you too.
It's so freaky.
Without
Stop
your
doing
help,
this.
This mission would have failed. So
No.
I've got
It
something
would have been
for you.
fine. A gun.
It's a cyanide pill.
Put it under your throat.
Earthwalker,
Take him out back
you
to him
are
like the
now
old
an
Yeller.
honorary member of the Star Fox team.
Dad, did you hear that?
I want him to go, yeah, that's so cool, Fox, and turns around and Fox is just gone.
No, like while Fox is flying away from the planet, an explosion goes.
And you see a little smirk on the side of his Fox face.
Yeah. And he winks at the camera.
It'd be really crazy if he goes over to his R-Wing and he takes out like a little futuristic doodad and he puts XOF on the
Yeah.
side of the R-Wing.
Give my regards to your boss.
Boss.
That's the reveal. He's just Skullface.
It's just, he just takes off, he's got his Skull Fox face. But the other really narrow band of time is even narrower than that, is that Xbox stopped having that song and started having a song by Uncle Cracker. Remember him?
Oh, yeah, Uncle Cracker.
Yeah, he had this little like theme that Uncle Cracker did for him, and it was just like he used it for like 4 months, and that was it, you know?
The pre-blowout years.
Yeah, that's pre-blowout. No, we were already on Dinosaur Planet. Why did we have to go into space?
Because we have to make it back somehow.
But couldn't we just fly in the atmosphere?
No, they're not on the same planet. Remember, it all fell apart.
Fly
But
through
no,
X.
now everything rejiggered
It
itself.
didn't. You weren't watching the cutscene. It all unjiggered itself.
Fly through
Because you didn't have
Xbox
the Krazoa
assholes to
spirits.
collect
It all
the
went
rings.
together and came back apart.
I missed that part.
That's
I really
fine.
do. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's stupid, though.
Yeah, I know. So, at PAX Prime recently, I watched a lot of Star Fox Zero. I unfortunately didn't get to try it because the line was bananas because it was right in front of the door.
Right.
But, like, man, it looks good, and everyone who played it says it was good. I really hope there's, like, an 11th hour change-up where, like, oh, you're in, like, a time loop or
You
something.
play Star Wolf.
Like, just something to make it not just Star Fox
Well, like we said,
64.
we said zero mission last time.
Yeah, exactly.
Just pull one of those. Certainly.
Star Fox Ground Zeroes.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
reinvigorate the franchise a little bit.
Dude,
with some
Crystal,
new content.
Crystal jumps out of an R-Wing and she blows up.
Speaking of like reinvigorate Nintendo franchises, did you see how today Miyamoto in an interview
Yeah,
with
I saw
Eurogamer
that.
just confirmed, not only are we doing Pikmin 4, it's almost done.
We'll be discussing this later.
Fucking crazy. I'm so excited.
And then
Same.
General Pepper is giving Fox his x-rays, like we found many bone fragments in your face, Fox.
You shouldn't be alive.
But you are. Everyone in Lilat's system wants you dead.
Try not to panic, but you should see it for yourself.
Look
Fox
at your
is-
legs.
Yeah.
Now, you have to go rescue
Oh, wait.
Falco.